Hello, welcome to our RecapPlus channel. Today we will watch a recap movie is called Bound, released in 2015. This is a spoiler content video. So please turn on the subtitle and let's start the story. Michelle Milan is a 40-year-old land dealer who has as of late been elevated as a director to a weak firm. Despite the fact that she is completely qualified, she had just been advanced due to her dad Walter's status as executive. While different administrators need to sell the firm, she sees more benefit in converging with a bigger organization. In spite of having a beau, George, Michelle undermines him to satisfy her sexual longings. Likewise, a single parent, Michelle battles to get her pained adolescent girl, Dara, doing great and takes her to a supper. There, a man around 15 years or lesser becomes enchanted with her. In the wake of dropping Dara off at home, Michelle returns to the cafe and finds the one who presents himself as Ryan Black, who attempts to allure her. Michelle figures out how to ward him off. As yet taking his telephone number, Michelle at first chooses not to meet him, but rather in the wake of getting a gathering empowering the consolidation, chooses to do as such. In the wake of dismissing an engagement proposition from George, Michelle goes out with Ryan. On their date, he returns her to his space, acquaints her with the universe of B&D and S&M, after which Michelle goes behind George's back with Ryan. In the wake of parting ways with George, Michelle starts to date Ryan and effectively surrenders to his ruling character. Falling head over heels, Michelle starts to call Ryan her lord and alludes to herself as an untidy prostitute. At an advantage supper, Ryan starts to affront Michelle's client, a rich financial specialist named Jesse Aaron, and work a vibrator egg she is wearing while she is with the client. In spite of this, she figures out how to get Mr. Aaron to think about a consolidation. While attempting to get Dara in good shape, Michelle additionally chooses to get familiar with being overwhelmed and rapidly finds that she appreciates submitting to Ryan's will. Subsequent to discovering that Ryan spent time in jail for auto cheat from her dad, Michelle proceeds to attempt to arrange an arrangement with the client to save the firm. Michelle will not keep seeing Ryan and gives herself into him totally, while additionally finding out increasingly more about the compliant way of life. En route, notwithstanding, she likewise figures out how to turn into a prevailing. She starts to visit the S&M subjugation club that Ryan regularly visits and participates in the activity at the club. Obscure to her, Ryan likewise lured Dara and made her an accommodating. Michelle gets back home from the servitude club one night and sees Ryan engaging in sexual relations with a tied-up Dara in Michelle's own bed. Seeing this, she at long last topples Ryan's bonds and uses her freshly discovered sexual ability to assume command over her life. She loses Ryan, her girl, and out of her home. Michelle then, at that point, apologizes to Dara for not being there for her. The following day, Michelle is attacked by Ryan beyond her place of business, however figures out how to utilize a camera to thump him oblivious. She continues to take him to a private prison, stuck him, transforming him into the compliant. In the wake of tormenting Ryan, Michelle gives him to the police for having intercourse with her underage little girl. With her recently discovered certainty, Michelle shows up at the workplace and, through a progression of gifted talks, makes it happen with her firm, dazzling Walter. Michelle is then elevated to full accomplice and long-lasting individual from the firm and to assume control over when Walter resigns. In the exceptionally last scene in Michelle's office, she utilizes her sexual powers against her client Mr. Aaron, while additionally making him her agreeable. To watch more video like this, click on the videos on your screen, and don't forget to let me know how you feel about today's video in the comments down below. And at last I will say, stay safe and stay healthy. See you next videos.